One of the best pieces of advice that I ever got from a music teacher was the following. When practicing your piece of music, you practice it 80% of the time, 20% of the speed. 80% of the time, 20% of the speed or tempo. So that means, obviously, 80% of the time that you're practicing this piece of music, you slow it right down to 20% of its actual tempo. This allows you to really understand what you're doing and build better muscle memory and just really help you process what you're actually trying to learn. There's no need to go fast. When you're practicing, you're doing exactly that. Practicing, you're taking time, you're being diligent, you're being focused, and you're practicing very slowly. There's plenty of time to play your piece of music at its actual tempo. That's why there's 80% of the time you do it. Use that last 20% to kind of run through and see how it feels. But always take your time and slow things down when you're practicing. This is probably one of the most vital pieces of advice I've ever received, and it's always allowed me to play various complex pieces of music, either with drums or piano, at a much more proficient level, because I've already trained my brain in slow motion, basically how this is going to work. I'm working out all the little kinks before I get stuck in one and have a memory lapse when I'm performing, because I've practiced it so slowly, there's no room for errors that I can just kind of skim over and not worry about. Because I've slowed it right down, you catch everything. So I really suggest that you, as a teacher, if you're teaching certain students, or as a student, to just slow things down, snail pace, slow motion, reduce the speed, and just really try and get into the meat of what you're playing. So 80% of the time, 20% of the speed. I hope this helps. Peace.